The Iowa Hawkeyes just flipped the script. Let's talk about it. My name's Paul. Together with my buddy Aaron, we are the Big Ten guys. Tune in here every day for the latest news, insights, analysis. If you're a fan of Iowa or any Big Ten football team, this is the channel for you. So don't miss out. Take just a quick second. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, get alerts on. Got a lot more great content coming, and college football season is finally here. It is a game week. Week 1 is upon us. And we're going to be keeping you up to date on everything Big Ten. This is your one-stop shop, so don't miss out. Now, diving into this Iowa football season, I'm going to be talking about how they flipped the script, but then I got a bunch more Iowa news to share with you all today, so please stick around till the end of the video. But let's get started with our guy, Mark Gronowski. Obviously, you are all very familiar with him at this point. Transferred in from South Dakota State. And, I think expectations are high, but obviously when you're a fan of a team, sometimes you need a little unbiased perspective to, make you realize, like, hey, I'm not crazy. Other people are saying this too. And we are seeing that with Gronowski. It isn't just Iowa fans sitting here telling you this guy's going to be the best Iowa quarterback we've seen here. It's Aaron and I'm a Michigan fan. Aaron's a Michigan State fan. We think he's going to be really good. And then on a national level, people are giving Mark Gronowski the respect that we haven't seen Iowa quarterbacks get in years. I mean, they've had some good QBs over the years, but it has been a minute. We've seen some abysmal Iowa offenses this year, but I think we're finally going to see them flip that script this year. Looking at CBS Sports, they came out with a list of the top 50 college quarterbacks, and Mark Gronowski right there at number 42. Some people would maybe even say, like, that's a little disrespectful to the guy and maybe hating a little more on somebody who came from the FCS level than they should have been. But regardless, I didn't take the time to pull up last year's CBS and the year before and the year before and the year before, but I promise you, nobody was on there. Maybe Cade McNamara's first year, people were high on him after what he did on Michigan, but I think we all know he was not a top 50 quarterback. But Mark Gronowski is going to be. One thing he can do is he is incredibly poised. He's played in big-time games. He is a back-to-back champion. And he has, I think what he has done that Iowa hasn't seen in quite some time is he can run with the football. Like, not only is he going to make the smart throws, he's going to give them an arm they haven't had in a while, but he can tuck it and run. They can do design runs. They can, that is huge in the red zone. Iowa has really struggled to get touchdowns on the board, and having a quarterback who, when everything else breaks down, he can tuck it and run and get to the end zone. That is big time. And something else I wanted to pull up here, our guy Cooper DeJean. He has a lot of hope in the Hawkeyes this year. Obviously, an all-time Iowa great here. Had the big pick six in the Super Bowl. I think everybody outside of Kansas City was super hyped to see the Eagles beat the Chiefs and to see Patrick Mahomes out there throwing pick sixes. But he talked about, he's like, you know what? Kirk is what he is. He's not going to change who he is. But this is going to be an elite defense. And with Gronowski coming in and some of these other guys, he is going to have a good roster. I think he goes on and talks about, he is who he is, but he's going to make you a better football player, and he's going to make you a better person, which I think is awesome. And then this article goes on to just talk about his consistency. Only 4 times in 27 years has this team been under 500. I know Iowa fans, you often get super frustrated with the lack of offense, and you'd like to see somebody new in there. But I think, you see with Nebraska and Wisconsin and some of these other schools that I think are similar to Iowa in terms of, geographic location and, resources and ability to get in recruits. If you don't have the right guy in there, you can see some ugly times. And Iowa has not seen ugly times in a long time. They've seen ugly offenses, but this is a competitive football team, and they're usually good for at least 8 or 9 wins. Obviously, we've seen them go to some Big Ten championships, some big-time bowl games, and I think this year with a better quarterback, they really have a chance to make some noise. Moving on into some other Iowa news, the Hawkeye wave wins the best college sports tradition for the second year in a row. I love this. I think they completely deserve it. Something I don't think I've ever said on this show, I have a son who was born 3 months early and spent the first 3 years of his life in a children's hospital. He's doing great now, but I met so many awesome kids in the children's hospital, and these children's hospitals always have a near and dear place in my heart, so I love that tradition. I think it's so cool when they go out there and wave to the kids. It's awesome, one of the best traditions in sports. If I had $1 million to transfer my son from Michigan all the way to Iowa to be in that hospital so I could wave at the football players, I would have. But those ambulance rides are not cheap. Moving on into other news, some bad news here. There is talk, sorry, let me get it up here. I don't know if you are a YouTube TV owner, but YouTube TV and Fox are fighting over money like these big TV companies and these streamers always do. And ticking down here into the regular season, they're talking about pulling all of Fox from YouTube TV. And I don't see it here in the article. Tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. I believe Big Ten Network would also get pulled in this dispute. I forget if they're owned by Fox, but I thought I saw somewhere Big Ten Network is a part of this. But if Iowa, for Iowa fans, if this were to happen, the Albany game is on FS1. The Iowa State game the following week is on Fox. UMass is on Big Ten Network. Rutgers is on Fox. It's going to hurt everybody. The Big Ten has a big deal with Fox. So many of the big games this year from the Big Ten are on Fox. I think Texas and Ohio State are going to be on Fox, so they got to get this together. YouTube TV says, hey, we'll give you a $10 credit if you're a YouTube TV subscriber and we lose Fox. But it's I don't want $10. I want to watch Iowa State. I want to watch Texas, Ohio State. Give me college football. Hopefully they get it figured out. I'm a YouTube TV owner, so I will not be happy. But yeah, Iowa fans, we always love to hear from you. Give us your perspective on this season. Give me a win prediction. Give me some Gronowski stat predictions. Tell me, I don't even need to ask you who's going to win the game Saturday, but tell me how much Iowa is going to win by and how many quarters do you think Gronowski is going to be played. Ideally, you'd love to see Iowa go up 20, 30 points early in the game, pull them, rest the starters, don't put anything on tape, so that for your big game next week against Iowa State, you have that advantage. But let me know in the comments, and then don't forget on your way out, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll catch you with some more Big Ten and Iowa content in the near future.